So I've parked at the roadside. As you can see, I'm not driving so that you don't accuse me of putting other motorists at risk. And I want us to respond to some of these comments. I did a video and we were talking about you being the face of your business, being the face of your brand, and not relying on your employee to do that for you. Essentially, you're hiding behind your brand, you're hiding behind your business, and letting your employees do that work. And it's a whole video, you can go check it out. Now, the comments, some of the comments are honestly displaying your ignorance, and some of the comments are genuine. And so I'll pin them and we look at them because anyway. Number one, let's look at this one. I'll read from my phone, but I'll also put them on the screen. So, Derek says, if the face dies, the business follows. If they don't like the face, they won't like the business. If they want to attack the business, they target the face. As a business person, know how to delegate duties. You can't be the CEO and marketing manager at the same time. It's not safe anymore. Now, what Derek fails to understand is there's a difference between being the face of your business and engaging in the marketing duties, in the marketing responsibility of the business. You can have a marketing team, they come up with a strategy, they come up with everything else. You're just representing, they're doing the work. You can be the CEO, you can do business development and still be the face of your company. It doesn't mean you're doing all the work. It just means you are the representative of the company. Some of the big companies that have the founders as the faces, they don't do the content, they're not even shooting the videos, there's someone else behind doing all that. They were given the script, they went through it, they approved it, they shot the video, and they went away. They left other people doing the editing and everything else. Again, you're showcasing your ignorance. Higher. Let's look at another comment. This one is Team Smart, and I hope Team Smart is not responding from their own business account. I did a video about that. If you're a business owner, don't go responding funny response with your business account. It's going to hurt your business. Haya, oneni amskizangi. You're just very quick to respond emotionally without listening to the context of the message. Haya, Team Smart says the best way of running businesses is being faceless. Be like Kilimall, Jumia, Safaricom, Airtel, Mudhokinjo, etc. See what Spakiwa Eyebrows is going through. Using your face with your business is very good and very risky in equal measure. Now, what I want Team Smart and everyone else who's thinking in that direction, what I want you to understand is the big companies that have been named there, those are big brands and they have huge marketing budgets. Okay, so in my video, if you guys listen to understand, instead of listening to respond, you would get the context of that video. That video was addressing a business owner who does not have a big budget to employ a whole marketing team or even hire brand ambassadors. And that's why in that video I referenced looking for the perfect environment to shoot your video. If someone is trying to look for the perfect environment at that particular time, they're putting one of their employees as the face of the brand, there's a high possibility they cannot even afford to hire a studio, right? So this person is dealing with a small budget. The companies you guys are mentioning here, they have huge budgets, and so they can pay brand ambassadors, they can have huge marketing teams who are strategizing about the direction of the brand. It's good to get the context. Sawa. So now, when it comes to, you said Spakiwa Eyebrows is going through, I did not know who Spakiwa Eyebrows was, but I did go and check a few videos, and I would say that person being the face of his brand was not the problem. The problem is that person has either a mental disorder, because the way they're ranting online is very telling. So that is not as a result of being the face of the brand. That is a whole character issue. Okay, there's someone else who asked about, let's go to this other one, Drive Fusion. They say, I beg to differ. When you cease to exist as the face of your brand, it goes down with you. When you build your brand around other people, it ensures its longevity even after you cease to exist as the face of the brand. Now, it's okay to differ. That one is okay, by the way. It's okay to disagree, but also disagree with facts. And also, I want you to embrace the fact that two things can be right at the same time. Two opposites can actually be right at the same time. Now, to address this, when Steve Jobs died, did Apple cease to exist? When this guy of KFC died, did KFC cease to exist? So I do not understand when you say, when you cease to exist, the company cease to exist. Then there is this very ignorant comment. This one says, this is just a trend right now. There are many businesses who are thriving and we don't know who the actual owner or owners are. It's not the only way to do things. Again, If you listened to that video, I did not. There is nowhere I said it was the only way to thrive in business. This is very ignorant because this is not a trend. This is not a now trend. I gave Apple as an example. When was Apple founded? In 1976. That is not now. That is how many years ago? 40 something years ago, right? Going 50 years ago. So the idea of founder visibility is not a now trend. It's something that has been there. The fact that you think it's a now trend means you are not taking time to inform yourself about matters. You are just responding because part of that video triggered something in you. Again, business owners, learn to listen to understand, not listen to respond. It's going to really benefit you as a person and your business. Then we have Tycoon. Tycoon asks, what if I got multiple businesses and have different niche? Now, this is a comment we can discuss. This is a genuine comment that we can actually dissect and see what are the solutions. Hizo zingine zote is ignorance, pure ignorance. The last one I will respond on this video, and there are so many other comments, I can't respond to all of them, but this one says, don't you think someone like Cairo being the face of the brand costed him? And I'd like to highlight one thing. If you have a bad character, if you cannot manage your appetite, then whether you're the face of the brand or not, you will still mess up. Cairo's issue was not him being the face of his brand, it was him mismanaging his client's money. So whether he was the face of the brand or not, bado he would have mismanaged the client's money, bado angepelekwa kotini, he would still have to pay the consequences of his mismanagement. Sawa. And I would like to say this categorically, and I'll do another video on this, but I want to say this. If you have bad character, whether you're the face of your brand or not, your business will suffer. Fix your character first. So if you're corrupt, if you have skeletons in your closet, and everyone who is advising people not to be the faces of their brands, that person is talking from a point of either fear or they are afraid that their skeletons will be revealed. So you're advising everyone against it. If you have questionable character, definitely you'll advise us not to be the faces of our brands. And yet we have seen it work with reputable individuals. And I also want to end this video by saying two things can be right at the same time. You need to understand that the fact that you are disagreeing with something does not mean it is wrong. Yes, you can be the face of your brand and your business will thrive. And yes, your brand can be faceless and it will still thrive. My video was to advise those who have a fear of facing the camera, a fear of being seen, and yet they do not have a big budget, that they should overcome that fear and represent their brands. Otherwise, the rest of you have been triggered and you're responding emotionally and out of ignorance without really listening to the context of the video, and your ignorance is showing. And I'm wondering, no wonder that is why 70% of the businesses in Kenya do not go past 3 years, because you are not doing your research and every time you are reacting emotionally. I would urge you as a business owner, before you go to someone's page to respond vehemently against what they're saying, please go do your research. Okay.